Today's topic is feeling unappreciated. And I mean in any aspect of your life, relationship, work, family. It brings you down when you feel like nobody gives a shit about what you do for them or do in general. And again, I'm not saying I do things for recognition. When I say reciprocation, I'm not referring to you do something for me, I expect you to do something for no, I do something for you, I expect you to do something for me. No, that's not what I mean reciprocation. What I mean is showing somebody in some kind of in your own way, but in your own equal way, that you appreciate them as they appreciate you. Treating somebody the way you're treated.
The human race is divided in two distinct sexes, male and female. While the typical man is a simple creature, there exists a subgroup, the nice guy, a dying breed of chivalrous, romantic, domesticated gentlemen whose qualities are desired by the opposite sex, allegedly. However, they are dismissed and confined in such concepts as the bestie, work husband, and the dreaded friend zone. Joe, Jason, and Manny are the last of the nice guys.
Hey, everybody!
I wanted to do the opposite.
Oh, it's you guys again, huh?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in to Last of the Nice Guys. I'm Jason.
You're not Manny.
For the full mouth. But Annie, what are you eating?
I gave myself a little treat. I got a little one of those Wendy's Slurpees.
Oh, you're drowning your sours in ice cream?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. You mentioned dad bod in the last podcast, and I'm just like
not when he meant by lad podcast, we meant the other one that we allegedly are on. Allegedly.
Yeah,
Listen,
you got me in my feels.
You understand that Manny and I, we're very versatile. So we're everywhere you want to be. So check us out. Today's topic is feeling unappreciated. And I mean in any aspect of your life, relationship, work, family, spouse, and this of
Animals.
course, animals. And of course, this dovetails off of our last episode when I was complaining about my significant other, who may or may not still be my significant other. So
she shall not be named.
But I wanna bring this up because I told you guys last episode, I just finished air quote celebrating a birthday and didn't really do anything. Not for lack of trying. My mother did fly down, and she flew down with my aunt, whose birthday was 2 days before me. And she's like, "Hey, come join us and let's celebrate your birthday too." I was like, "Nah." My friend Holly, did try and take me out. I was like, And eventually I was taken out by a friend, like a kind of like a pity takeout, in a weird way. Like, what did you do? Nothing. Okay. What about your girlfriend? What did she do for you? Nothing. What did she get you? Nothing. Did you see her? No. So that all got into my head, and then you add that to how I was feeling at work, my day job, and I just realized, like, you know what? If I'm depressed, it'd be depressed because I feel universally unappreciated. I also throw that out there, along with certain things that I do, such as video production, all the work I put into these projects. I don't feel like it's appreciated. I feel like it's expected, but when I'm the only person editing this stuff, when I'm one of the only people sharing this and posting it, when I'm the only one doing the marketing and the writing the descriptions and creating the custom thumbnails and blah 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 and uploading, it's me, and when I can't get certain people to just participate, I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I even doing this? So, and I'm not trying to say, oh, he's depressed. No, but I'm being honest. This is the point of this platform, is that I universally feel unappreciated. I feel unappreciated by my family. I feel unappreciated by my alleged significant other. I absolutely feel unappreciated at my day job, unappreciated and disrespected at my day job, and it brings you down when you feel like nobody gives a shit about what you do for them or do in general, and again, I'm not saying I do things for recognition, but it's like I've always said, um don't ever feel bad or weird about showing somebody you appreciate them. I do it all the time. If I appreciate you, I'm gonna show you I appreciate you randomly because I recognize that you've done whatever and you deserve it. Especially if I know you're not feeling your best, I'm like you're not feeling 100. If you're down about something, if you don't feel completely at the top of your game, I would want to elevate you and remind you. Listen, you may be going through a hard time now for whatever reason, but guess what? I got you back. I'm still cool with you. Let us go out. Let's do something. Let's talk about it. I
which
don't
we've
feel like
done for each other, so I can vouch for that.
exactly. So the nice guys are there for each other. That is. So I said this is a good topic because I'm not the only one who feels this way. There's plenty of people listening to us right now that in some aspect of their life they don't feel appreciated. They don't feel like they're valued. They don't feel the self worth that they need. So, and I bring it up with you, Manny, because you had just gone through something like that with your day job, feeling
Yep.
unappreciated, and I don't know if you're still going through it, but how
No,
did
they
you
made up
cope?
for it.
Exactly. Luckily for you, they respected you enough to do that. I didn't get that same respect. Actually, I've been ignored, ever since I was passed up for promotion without even being told. So, and yes, that's me being bitter, but 16
You
years,
have every right to be.
16 years, no growth. The first time there was a growth opportunity, they wasted your time letting you um, interview for it when they probably already had a candidate, and you wasted your time. You had your child standing on the side of the road for an hour because you said, "Please, let me just take this extra time so I can get this interview done." Would you have rather they didn't interview you? Yes, I would rather they didn't interview me.
Yeah.
So at least I wouldn't have had that thought that, hey, I'm going to be recognized finally. I've earned this. Not only do I earn it, I deserve it, kind of thing. So before I get into relationship parts about it, let's talk about feeling unappreciated at work.
Well, as you and I discussed, and I'm going to be very vague in my details, I had a situation at my day job that caused me to be bitter and to act out of character. It was very quickly noticed, and it was very quickly discussed and um, rectified soon after, because I guess as you put on the chat before, don't be the work superhero. I I actually
Yeah.
I actually am one of those individuals,
Yep.
but it actually works, for me. Not necessarily just trying to be, the superhero again, looking for special favors or anything of that sort. I just I have a lot of downtime, and I like to do certain things that are not actually in my job description that I've been blessed to be able to do at my day job. So, because of this, I've been recognized by several executives, several higher ups in the company. So when I reacted in the manner that I did a couple of weeks ago, as I said, it was quickly noticed, it was discussed, and it was rectified in a way where, I don't want to say that it favored me, um, but I was able to conduct the actions that I had already planned. So it kind of worked out in my benefit, I guess you can say.
I mean, I
Um,
wouldn't say you use the term favor. I wouldn't say favored if they just respected you and your opinion. It's just what it is. They acknowledged you and they respected it and they reacted accordingly. So I don't
right,
consider that going in your favor. I consider that, God forbid, respect from from management, from administration. That's something you don't usually get when you're a peon, unfortunately. And that's what I call entry level, and even mid level. You're a peon. You can say what you want to say, and it means absolutely nothing. So
right.
conversely, same thing. Stuff is going on in my day job that I don't appreciate, that I don't respect, I don't like. And yes, I am acting out of turn. I'm not being so disobedient, insubordinate, but I am calling out when certain things make no sense. I will say it makes no sense. For
Hmm.
example, if I'm at a station and another station is short, they're gonna pull me from my station to cover that station and pull somebody from another station to cover my station. Okay, as opposed to just pulling that person from that station to cover that station. You're pulling me to go over there and pulling somebody else to go over here.
What do they
Cut
call it? A
out,
shuffle move?
yeah, cut out the middleman. What is the point of that? So when it was brought to me, I said, okay, so what you're saying is you're pulling me to cover that spot right there, correct? And you're pulling somebody else to cover me. Is that what you're saying? And they said to me, yup. I said, okay, I just want to make sure that we understand how stupid that sounds. I'll be right over. That's literally what I said.
Hmm.
That I've never been that employee before. But at this point now, I'm so tired of the disrespect. I'm so tired of of my feelings being ignored. My I've been here. I've been there longer than some of them have even considered applying to be there. See what I'm saying? And I'm not one of those people. Oh, you hate your job, right? But you're doing nothing. No, I'm doing everything. I'm trying to transfer out. I'm trying to look for other opportunities. I'm trying to look for growth. But unfortunately, I can't get a transfer out for whatever reason. There are no growth opportunities for me to move on. It's literally stagnant. It's a dead zone. I unfortunately have worked there too long, so I've priced myself out of any new entry level job. I'm fully vested, so now I'm kind of screwed. So if I want a new job, it has to be mid level to keep my compensation. So I'm screwed there as well.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying, and it you get to a point where now you're stuck. You know what I did recently? I have my own little cubicle area, right? And my cubicle area has been filled with pictures, family photos, everything for decades of family photos. I cleared that desk. I cleared that sucker. I'm not quitting. I'm not leaving, but I cleared it, all of it, all my personal stuff, all my family photos. I took it all down. Nobody's ever seen that desk bare before.
Did anybody notice and say
Oh
something
my
about it?
God. Because I did it. I did it 2 days before I took time off for work because, well, if Joe ever comes back to the podcast, he'll tell us the story of his birthday of vacation where he went to Cancun, and I was supposed to go on that trip. Unfortunately, I couldn't go on that trip, but I kept the time off. So I stripped my desk 2 days before, right? And then I disappeared for 6 days. So people were like, "Holy shit! I'm getting text messages and phone calls. Are you what's going on? Are you coming back? What's going on?" I said, "Why?" It's because your desk it's empty. What happened? Did they tell you to take them down? I said, "No, I took them down myself." Well, why were you going? I'm not going anywhere. But I'm not gonna put up my. It's like I don't feel home there anymore,
Yeah.
and you're not gonna put up your personal knickknacks somewhere you don't feel comfortable anymore, somewhere you don't feel home anymore. And I don't. I haven't felt home there in years. And I looked at my desk and I said, "Why do I still have all this stuff up when I don't feel like this I belong here anymore?" Took it all down. That's how unappreciated I feel. That's how crappy I feel when I clock in, because it's they don't give a shit. They literally don't give a shit. They know
Yeah,
they've made me miserable.
that's
They
that's
know,
exactly
Manny.
how it was at my old job,
Exactly. They
my
know they've
last job.
broken me. They don't give a shit. Me, okay, and I can run down all the things that I do that goes above and beyond, and it's most of it's by choice, and some of it's because they expect me to. But I'm not a manager. I'm not even a supervisor, and the things that I would do was on that level. And when it came time to reward me, you didn't give it to me. Fine, you broke me. I'm done. So that's just one aspect of it. And then oh wow, his birthday. Listen, we had a podcast about reciprocation before, and two of our guests said that they don't believe in reciprocation. And I called bullshit on that. Well, after the fact, because the episode went far. It was the one and only man council. You should check it out because, but when I say reciprocation, I'm not referring to you do something for me, I expect you to do something for no, I do something for you, I expect you to do something for me. No, that's not what I mean reciprocation. What I mean is showing somebody in some kind of in your own way, but in your own equal way, that you appreciate them as they appreciate you. Treating somebody the way you're treated. That's what I'm talking about when I say reciprocation. I.e., if a holiday comes up and both spouses should be either on the same level. It shouldn't fall upon one spouse, one significant other to make the other one feel special, and that's about it. It should never be that way. So, i.e., Valentine's Day, it shouldn't fall on the guy. If the guy has to get flowers and make sure to make Disney reservations, what are you doing for him in return?
Steak and blowjob day.
Are you just there? You go. But are you just showing up? Is that what you're doing? You're just showing up and because you believe in your mind because he's the man, he has to do all this, and you don't have to show him any love, any appreciation. So, I have a girlfriend, or I did have a girlfriend. Who knows? At this point, I don't give a shit. Okay, and she knows how I've been feeling lately. She knows I've been feeling kind of down because of my job, because of not whatever. My vehicles is a well, my vehicle's fine now, but the cost of it is a travesty. Like I cannot explain to you, fuck you, Midas, how much money I'm paying right now to pay off these financing fees. I'm down. Okay, I'm gonna admit I am absolutely down. If you were dating me, and my birthday was coming up, I asked you very clearly, would you spend time with me? Would you attempt to take me out? Would you attempt to do anything for me? If it's not me, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. But do nothing at all besides a text message and a Facebook post is laughable. I'm not saying because she's my girlfriend, she's supposed to do something for me. No. What I'm saying though is because she's my girlfriend, she should have wanted to do something for me.
Of course.
Or at least saw me.
Yep.
Something. And I'm not being passive aggressive. I'm being very upfront. I said, listen, I don't like the way this is. You're talking about a guy, a boyfriend, a guy who made sure he got her something for Mother's Day. We don't have kids together. Her son is not my child. But because we were dating, I said, you know what? I should get her something for Mother's Day because I got for all I know, nobody's gonna get her anything for Mother's Day. Let me show her that I appreciate the mother that she is to her son, and that's why I got it. That's who I am. When I think she likes to do TikToks, and she sings in her little thing. She either lost it or she broke it. She mentioned it to me. Within 2 days, I bought her a Beats whatever string one. Picked it up. I said, you know what, babe, got a few. It's over there at Target, but Target by you, so you can get it. Oh wait, you can't get it? Okay, so I'll drive my happy ass from Miramar all the way to North Miami Beach to go pick it up, to drop it to you, to go back home. Absolutely, because that's just the kind of guy that I am. This is the kind of things I'm talking about. So when I said to her that very clearly, and I'm going to read this text message because this is what really prompted this this episode. Okay, I'm going to go to it right now. I should have had it up already.
You heard it here first.
Okay. She had the nerve, mind you. All I got was a text, happy birthday, and a Facebook post. That's it. The Sunday afterwards, I got that pity hangout, and I say it's a pity hangout because I don't think my friend would have invited me out to wings and drinks had I said, oh yeah, I had a great time with my girlfriend or my friends took me somewhere. It was clearly that she felt bad for me, which is fine. And we had a good time. So she has another text. Hey, did you have fun with your friend that day? Is that why you didn't text me? Right. That's how it began. And I said it was nice. So she goes, is that why you forgot to chat me? I said no. I shouldn't have to be remembering to chat with my girlfriend on my birthday weekend. But it was nice to be taken out. In other words, it was nice to be taken out, period. I was throwing that in and saying, no, you didn't do anything for me. You didn't even attempt to do anything for me. So I replied, with this series, I said, lately I've been feeling down, my car issues, feeling crappy about my job, etc. I said, and my birthday comes around, and forget that no one but 2 female friends, Holly and Anna, tried to celebrate with me. Forget that my homeboys didn't do anything with me. You know what really sucks is when all I ask, what really sucks is when I'm asked by everybody, hey Jay, what did your girlfriend do with you or do for you? And all I could say was, nothing, text message, Facebook post. So I said, why do you think my friend last minute took me out for wings and drinks? Because she felt bad that I did nothing even with my girlfriend. Again, kind of sucks. So she turns it around and says, LOL, thinking of your friends. I.e., I only care about what my friends think. That's what she's saying. I believe. I think that's what she's trying to say. I don't know. She's Filipino. And I'm like, okay, cool. Moving on. Well, I said, well, thanks for asking. I'm enjoying my days off in my bed. And that was the end of that. So very simple. Ah, so she asked me randomly, are you working? I said, no, I'm not working. This is days later. Days later. I'm still off. I'm off. She goes, I go, everything. She goes, ha ha ha. Did you work today? And I said, everything is funny to you, huh? She says, what's the problem, babe? And I said, um, what's wrong? I said, I told you above. Clearly, it's not important to you. Now, say what you want to say, because we discussed this in the last episode about men having feelings. I'm not in my feelings. I'm being actually honest about my displeasure with how I'm feeling in this relationship. Okay. I said, let me ask you a question. You find it okay that a girlfriend does nothing for her boyfriend on his birthday, tries to do nothing or doesn't even spend time with him or even see him? Yes. That's okay. Then let me ask you another question. And this is where you come in last episode. I said, okay, let me ask you another question. When it's your birthday, you'd be okay if I did absolutely nothing, not even saw you? If you say yes, you'd be full of shit because you'd feel some kind of way. So that's me saying, put yourself in my shoes. You would
Right.
never, you would never have accepted me not coming around for your birthday, doing nothing for and barely acknowledging your birthday, especially if I know you're not doing anything with nobody at no time. Okay, I understand if I was in Mexico, and that's different. I was
Right.
20 minutes away, and you had a vehicle. So just throwing that out there. And I'm bitter about this only because after a while I let it sit. So she goes, I said, so I make sure, and I said, I make sure you feel loved, wanted, cared for, and try to do nice things to make you feel special, but it feels one-sided. Simply put, I'm clearly not a priority to you, and I don't like that feeling. That's exactly what I said to her, because that's exactly how I feel. And again, not being preachy, not being overly dramatic. I'm just stating how I feel. And she says, I'm just busy these few weeks. We didn't have enough staff. We busted our ass at work. And my response was, okay. And that was it.
So,
Yeah,
question:
yeah,
did she even communicate that prior to this conversation with you that she's been exceptionally busy at work?
no.
So then
But,
it
but
feels
what,
to me like it's just a cop
but
out.
even if you were that busy, um, that's not an excuse.
No, I mean, especially
She's
since
not
it
working
takes
seven, she's
it
not working
takes
7 days a week,
right. She's not working 7
24/7.
days a week. She could have easily made a plan to stop by your house because again, we've been over this on an older episode. We are not the type to celebrate on the day as
Of course.
long as the idea
Yes.
is there.
Yes.
So we're gonna, your birthday's on a Tuesday, and we can celebrate next Friday for all I give a shit,
Right.
as long as it's a birthday celebration, which is fine. And look who just texted.
Who?
Shit, I was on the phone talking to my mother. I'm coming.
Forget it. Forget
Oh,
him. Because we're almost done anyway. Um,
but if with that in mind, there he is. With that in mind, that already should be, like part of life, part of fact, like that should already just be there.
right.
Now my question to you is, this is somebody you've dealt with in the past, correct?
Right. She's a
Was
backslide.
she
Yes.
right? Was she always like this?
I don't know. I
Yes, was
really
she
don't
always
know.
like this?
I don't know. Joe, you're full of shit. I don't know. Because no, actually it's not true. Because one of the very first things I think the only time somebody's ever sent something to me was her for Father's Day. She sent me a fruit flowers bouquet to my job for Father's Day, but like we're talking about like a decade ago. So no,
Right.
she knows what it means to be considerate. She knows what it means to show appreciation. She knows because she has the opportunity. She did it before. I don't know if it was only one time, but the fact is she's done it. I have an old picture of me wearing my suit within my hand saying, "Oh my God, look what my babe got me," when we were
Right.
like a decade ago or whatever. So no, it's well within her rights. And it doesn't matter. The simple fact is, look, you're not
No, I'm just bringing it up because she
no,
should already be familiar with who you are. That's it.
Right. No,
That's all I'm
she's
saying.
very familiar with who I am
Right.
from Valentine's Day, and when we've only been dating for a month, from Valentine's Day till now, the amount of things that I've done, both monetarily and sweet, and just pure, just whether it's getting up and making brunch at the house for her, or whatever I've done, because of me being me, or simple things like even just buying her favorite cigarettes so she can have it when it's available, or
Ooh,
freaking
she
like,
smokes.
yeah, but it's not that bad, but it's not that great either. But what I'm trying to say is though is that it's purely one sided. And if I get very like materialistic about it, what have you done for me? I'm being honest. When I think of everything that I've done out of the kindness of my heart, and I never listed everything. I'm only listing it now because I'm realizing, wow, you're a jackass, Jay.
Yeah.
I thought you learned a lesson. You didn't learn shit.
You've done so much and got nothing in return.
You know what I'm
basically.
saying? Nothing but coming over, eating, and sleeping for the most part. Yeah, I might get it in every once in a while, sure. But what I'm I'm being
Every
bitter.
once in a while, that's it.
I'm being bitter. You don't ever get it at all, Joe. So I don't know what you're talking about.
First
So
of all, I get it a lot now, a lot.
that's a lie.
lot.
That's the biggest lie ever. But
That's not a lie. But can I intervene real quick and
you don't even know.
are we
You don't even
talking
know.
about?
You don't even know what the topic is.
You didn't let me finish. I was gonna ask you, are we talking about your current thing right now?
We're talking about feeling unappreciated. First, we started about being unappreciated at your workplace, but I'm pivoting to what really brought this on, which is
Oh wow, yeah, this is this workplace and life. Okay, go on.
exactly. So, but I pivoted now to the real catalyst, the real inspiration for this topic, which is my quote unquote girlfriend. So that's where we are now.
Shit.
Yes.
Oh shit.
So
Oh, shit.
I want to make it very clear that as this man here, Joe's like, oh my god, my living fiance booked me a trip to DR. Oh my god, just me and her, and here I'm sitting here I am sitting on my bed, rocking back and forth, saying, I haven't even seen my girlfriend. Like, great, So it's like, and I'm not trying to compare. That's two different things. Joe's relationship is different than my relationship, or what was my relationship, whatever. So.
Oh, was. Wow. Okay.
No, it's gonna be was because I'm not that guy. I'm not that fucking idiot who gives and gives and gives. Not only doesn't receive, but doesn't feel like all the giving has been appreciated. Okay, if your boyfriend, your significant other tells you they don't feel loved, they don't feel appreciated, they feel this is one sided, and you still do not act, what does that say?
It wasn't important to them.
That's my point. That's my point.
You're a piece of shit.
That's my point. Forget not doing anything for my birthday. Forget not seeing me for my birthday. Forget my birthday period. My birthday is actually just the final straw in many, many, many straws, right?
Okay.
When your significant other says, guess what? I feel this is one-sided. I feel like I give too much and I get nothing, and I'm getting nothing in return. I don't feel like this is equal. Your significant other says this to you. You should act. Whether
Definitely.
you're right or wrong, either you sit down, you talk about it, you should act. There has been no act. I said this to her twice within a span of 3 days via text message. So there was no miscommunication. You can go back and read my words right now. It's right there. This is how I'm feeling. This is how you're making me feel. Okay. And my birthday is just the last straw in a 6 month of me feeling this gradually as things get ramp up. So what I'm saying is, and I'm just making you wonder, who's in her circle? Where are her friends or her people saying, huh, you did nothing for him? You didn't even go around? Like, are you serious?
A lot of the times the circle either A feels
Backs them up.
jealous.
Yeah, they feed
backs
into the
them up.
bullshit.
They feed exactly. They feel jealous. They feed into it. They don't care. They want that person to their friend to not be as happy as I guess they are, which I'm assuming they're not. So there's a lot of factors as to why this circle, and it is the circle of friends that play a huge part. You're right. I wouldn't be surprised if it is, to be honest.
But that's the sad part,
I
though.
wouldn't.
That's the sad
It is
part.
the sad part.
Because you would want to have people in your circle that tell
encourage
you
you.
that encourage you, but tells you the truth, that tells you when you're
Yep.
fucking up. You're fucking up, girl. I can't believe you didn't do that, or you didn't do anything. That is a real friendship. So I am totally against those people that, because I could see it. Oh, fuck him, girl. You can do better. You know, if he doesn't understand that you have to work. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, how do you how do you big up somebody like that? Yeah, okay. You told him he told you how he feels, and your response is, "I've been busy at work." You know what I'm saying? Like,
That yeah, that just yeah, that that sounds like the idea of you being around her is all she needs, but the idea of having a emotional relationship with feelings and having to do stuff, it kind of seems like it's too much for her, which doesn't make sense to me.
which
Which
is
I think ultimately
yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going.
it sounds like a waste of time.
Yep.
It just sounds like
Yep.
a waste of time.
Yeah, because why get involved in the first place if you're not even, one, emotionally ready, or two, emotionally adaptable? You know,
Yeah,
because
why?
if you feel that you're just gonna, string, the other person along, what's the point? Because if it was the other way around, the whole world would end.
Absolutely.
Right,
Everything would burn down.
Absolutely.
right,
You know,
Absolutely.
right.
and that's a big problem. It's like, if it's not even about, um again, like we said in the beginning, expecting something in return, but just to have the appreciation, or to do something in the matter to show that it's appreciated, or just to be thankful. Like, hey, I know you spent, again, we covered this in another episode, you spent $5,000 on me for Valentine's Day. All I can do for you is this. Listen, it doesn't matter. It's just the fact that you've put effort
Effort.
into
Effort.
showing. You
Effort.
put in the effort to
There's
show
no
that
effort.
you care,
There
right?
is no
and
effort.
and
That's
that
the
and
whole
that's the
point.
problem. The fact that
Yeah,
you're in this situation, it sucks, because that happens all the time. you know it happens in marriages, it happens in new relationships, older relationships, it happens all the time. But the fact that it's not
Damn it, I messed
the
up.
fact that
Sorry.
you brought it up, and it's not even just being acknowledged,
Eh,
is an issue.
Yeah.
That's a big issue. That's a red flag right there, bro. And
Yeah.
it's one thing that I've learned is never ignore red flags.
You're right.
I
Because if
can't
you
believe she
ignore
said
red
that though.
flags, if you
Bro,
ignore red flags,
Joe,
it's
there's so
you're
many
only setting
things.
yourself up for failure in the future.
Bro, there's so many things.
Exactly.
There's so many things in the last 2 weeks that I can't believe, that I can't believe, because again, I feel foolish. I put in all this effort for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel. And it's a lesson I thought I learned already. Now, don't get me wrong. She didn't get the A+ game. I don't have that anymore. Well, she got a good solid B minus. But even my B minus
B
was
minus.
even my B minus was pretty darn good. I mean, did you see that tiki thing I did for her for
Yeah, I
Valentine's Day?
saw it.
That thing was grade A B minus work, but it was great, and she loved it. And I pulled that out of my ass, by the way, because I'm just like, huh, we only just started dating. Do I have to do something for Valentine's Day? I said, you know what? I kind of do. So let me do it. That's how I felt. You don't even have that in yourself. Ah, we only dated for 6 months, but it's his birthday. Should I do something for him? No, no, no. I'm just gonna go work. And again, I'm focusing a lot on my birthday, not because my birthday is some big magical thing, okay? But what I am saying though is that,
Well, you and I still have to celebrate my birthday, so now we can just do something together, even though it's
well,
like 6, 7 months later. But hey, whatever. We'll
well,
get a cake.
Whatever.
that's what I'm saying. So,
We'll get a cake. You
you
want
know
to
what I'm
share the
saying?
cake? We'll get 2 spoons, bro.
That's
I'll
right,
feed you and you feed me. What's up?
right, and we do it in the
And then I'll
jacuzzi.
come down and I'll feed you both.
No, fuck
No,
you, Joe. You're
no,
gonna you're
I
gonna
don't
come
want
when the cake is
no, I
over.
don't want to see Joe, because Joe, you had the exact opposite of my birthday this year. The exact opposite. I can't look
Okay,
you in the
first of
face right
all,
now.
I wanted look, we're on air right now. Let me just say one thing
Uh-huh.
real quickly.
You're
Yeah.
a
I
dick.
would have I wanted to, and I'm glad that she came. I am. However, you could have taken the place of certain people on that trip. I'm not going to name names, and I don't know if this was something that I should have realized beforehand, but I certainly realized this shit afterwards. So I just want to say that you could have taken the place of somebody that was already there, or somebody's that were already there, and I wish you did,
What do you
because
mean
it would have been a hell of
somebody's?
a
Are you
lot
trying
more
to say
fun.
like he's fat, bro?
I
Like
don't
what's
think
going on here?
I know what you're trying to say, but your words ring hollow to me. So
Because I don't want to go ahead. I mean, the thing is that I enjoyed what I had. She did a fantastic job. Our relationship is a love hate relationship, but it's like not a hate as in I hate her. It's more like a, we have so many differences about a lot of things that it does collide. But overall, the love is outweighs all that shit completely. However, I told this to her before, and I said it to her at least 3 or 4 times, even on the trip and afterwards. I said, you know what? I really do wish there was Jay took the place of these two people that were already here. She's like, why? I said, well, it's just a matter of I like people who I build a strong bond with. And Manny, I even you, like I've only known you for a short time, but I could say that I would have preferred someone like you to be coming along too, because something with me with these two other guys, which I don't hate, by the way. I just don't know them like that, and they are fun and exciting to be with, but I would have preferred. I know this kind of just sounds like nitpicking and like me uh, uh, making too much of a big deal out of it, but I don't give a fuck. I really do wish that, and I think that it would have been 10 times better if you would have came. And I'm not saying that for brownie points, because fuck you, but I just want to make sure you understand and know that I enjoyed the trip, but I think it could have been a lot better, especially with some of the things that went on that trip. Not nothing bad, but stuff that I know you would have personally liked. So it's just next time I know, when I send out invitations for something like that that's extravagant, if it happens again, I need to be very careful about what I'm doing, like extra careful. And I don't know if we can just discuss this on here, or we can discuss it privately afterwards.
well,
Whatever you guys
I
want.
would have no, I would
But
have loved if you had gotten on here earlier. I would have loved to have had an episode just in general.
yeah,
Here.
my wonderful mother was talking my ear off about something that wasn't that important. So I
Well, next week, let's say next week you'll hear the great Cancun adventure for his birthday.
Joe's coming out story.
So
Those coming out story.
we'll look forward to that. But have you guys? I'm done griping about my.
Your
I'm
on your situation.
yeah, I'm done griping about it because I. But
Situation.
but have you guys suffered any? Not suffered. That's a weird word to say. Experience. Have you any guys experienced any bullshit like this? Romantic. That's what it is. Another way to look at it. Romantic bullshit.
Though I'll touch subject on it, and again, I like to keep my details very vague. There have been times where I have felt unappreciative after doing so many things, and performing certain acts, not sexually. I'm just saying
Yeah, Felicia.
overall. Oh, not even that, man. Just shut up. So there have been times in my life where I was just like, why, why, and I even brought it up to said person. Why is it that I'm doing this, and then you're doing absolutely nothing? And again, I'm not looking for reciprocation, but you're just kind of like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but would you?
for an example, for all bad examples, you're sitting on the couch doing absolutely fucking nothing, and I'm busting my ass 80 hours a week. Again, it's an example, it's not reality, but I'm busting my ass working 80 hours a week, paying all the bills, this and that, and you're just sitting there. Oh, how was your day? I want to kill everybody. How was yours? Oh, well, today was just so tough for me. I had to figure out what color to paint the wall.
Yeah.
I will fucking kill. What?
Yeah.
So I've been, and again, those are horrible examples. Those are like really black and white examples. But I have been, a victim of said unappreciated
Mhm.
nonsense, and I felt it. But the only difference is that when it was brought up on my part, which luckily for me, and I bless Jesus or whoever the hell,
Amen.
once I brought it up, to whoever,
Mhm.
things were handled, things were changed, and
So what
you
you're
know,
saying is that the universe respects you more than me. So your day job respects you more. The girls in your life will kind of respect you more. Wow, I really this is a terrible podcast for me. But
listen,
no,
Yeah,
I'm just
I'm gonna say
I
the same
just
thing with Manny.
I
That
got
happened to me too.
I'm lucky. I can't say that I've done anything to earn such,
right.
great things in my life, because I'm really not a great person. I'm horrible.
That is a
I should
lie.
I should probably be
You're
destroyed
perfect.
tomorrow. Um but I've got my flaws, and everybody does, but I've just been blessed that, I've been able to articulate myself in a manner that with certain people, that it was understood, it was read, and you know it was handled, it was taken care of, and people were like, oh damn, you know what, I'm really am kind of a shitty person, I should probably not be so shitty. And case in point, that's just, I mean, that's how I want to live my life, that's how I want
Right.
to, even with my friends, with you assholes, Joey, we don't count him because we can't even
Yeah.
see him right now.
We can't even see him, of course.
He's just a word. But
Yeah, but
I
I love
just
you. I love you too, though.
I never said that. I would never tell a grown man that I love you. Never.
Okay,
not
fucking
even
bitch.
my not even my father gets that respect. So that's what makes you any better, Joey.
Oh,
Huh?
Joey.
Huh?
Joey's
But just
Joey.
I want to live my life peacefully, and just be able to just enjoy the times that I have. The awkwardness, the unappreciated, the everything, all that negativity. It's like I want to walk away from that.
Right.
Last night, for instance, and again, coworker of mine had a slight panic attack. And I talked him down from it. I told him, I said, listen, man, like, I don't really do well with this stuff, but I can talk. I'm not a fucking doctor, but I can talk. And if that's the one thing that I can do just to get yourself unfocused from what you're, deviating, and you're going all over the place to get yourself back to your center, I will talk your ass. I will talk about the most random shit. We'll talk about why the Sprite can is green, and why it's made of fake aluminum, and instead of the real aluminum that it was back in 1985. Whatever. We'll make up shit. I don't care. But he came up to me afterwards, and he's like, I've never really, had anybody to speak to like that. I was like, dude, I'm always here, man. Whenever you need somebody, like, I don't even know what I'm doing half the time, but we'll work it out together. you know and that's just how I've always been. So I guess I've been blessed because of that, because I'm willing to help other people. You hate everybody, so I guess that's part of the problem. I'm
No,
joking.
no, I don't. I mean,
I'm joking. I'm
I
joking.
hate
I
everybody.
do.
I hate everybody that you
I
hate
certainly
most.
do.
But
I fucking
um,
hate everybody. I really don't like anybody.
so well,
And this is why Joe is not even important enough to have a picture of himself.
That's fine.
He's
That's fine.
he's a he's a
That's fine.
void.
That's fine. I'll be a void. I was always a void. That's fine. I'll be a void.
Okay. So you're always sucking things into your emptiness. That's
so
awesome.
we usually
That's right.
we usually give advice to the audience or final thoughts to the audience. But given the fact that I brought this to you guys, what final thoughts do you have for me in this particular situation I find myself in?
Well, Joey, do you want to talk about anything that you've dealt with real quickly, or no?
Oh, I've had plenty of stories
We just need one.
about
We don't want to hear
about
about your slut's life and everything else that you've done
no.
with or
Well,
without other men.
the, if you want to talk about the slut life being unappreciative, we would be on a whole sexual fantasy adventure. But I'm not going to go into that.
You need mushrooms
No,
for this.
yeah, a lot of mushrooms. I felt I kind of felt that way a little bit with my woman right now, where it was weird to me how when we were in the house together in the bed, not sexually, but just in whatever, watching TV, doing things in at home in the comfort between us two, the everything that I do, whether it be romantically or just idly, whatever it is, would be appreciated, reciprocated, and it would be great. I have no complaints. Um, but then beforehand, like I'm talking about maybe a year or two ago, I did start to notice certain things when we would leave public, and I'd always I remember we had a conversation about this about 3 years ago, and I said, you know, I feel I sense something with you when we're out in public, and I need to ask you, is it because you lack the affection, public affection is something that you don't like doing? Are you embarrassed? Like, what is it really? Because I don't mind it. I'm pretty open about that. She's like, yeah, it's just something that I don't like. People watching us, people watching me.
Because you're white, right?
It's
Yeah.
It's a
it
black woman with a
feels
white man, so yeah.
She didn't feel
it feels a
comfortable with her skin,
little.
bro.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. Talk about a black woman, white man. Mr. fucking black guy with an Asian guy. Yeah, okay. I mean, with an Asian girl. I'm sorry.
But there's no okay.
Put you on blast all out there. It's a man, baby.
Okay. All right. Let's look at it this way. There's no real stigma of allegedly black with Filipino. There's a stigma of white and black, you know, old stigma, but it's there. So yeah. It's okay if she was ashamed of your complexion out in public. It's all right. Don't you know, not everybody is down with the swirl. So I
Black
understand.
people. I didn't know this, but I had to ask others, and I had to do my own research. But there are some people out there, male or female, that um have this weird thing with them, and I'm gonna say weird because I don't, you know, it's just how I feel. Weird thing with them where they lack the ability to show public affection, and it could be interpreted
No, of
by
course, of course. No, that I'm
right,
not
and
jumping on. I'm not, yeah.
it could be interpreted by someone saying, "Oh, you're not being appreciative of what I'm doing because you're not giving me the same thing." We need to
Okay.
meet we need to meet in the middle when it comes to like affection. And I'm not saying
And you
this is
know
how
what?
it should be.
And you know what? I don't even agree with that. I agree. That boils down to a simple thing of communication. If
Right.
you don't feel comfortable with something, that's just communication. Hey, babe, look, you know, I love you to death, but I mean, I feel weird about holding your hand in public, you know, or
Right, right,
like
right.
PDA isn't really my thing. That's just
Dude, I agree with you.
that's
I
just communication in all honesty.
Yes.
And it's up to the other
No,
parent to
yes.
accept that and be able to either help them get past it or accept it and just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
I
right.
get what you're saying,
And
but
I wasn't getting that though for a while because I
right,
had to open my mouth and say it. I had to be the one to initiate the
right,
question, what's going on? Is there something that you're not telling me? Oh, I lack the ability to you know to be publicly affectionate because it bothers me. I get embarrassed. Okay,
right,
cool, no problem. I'll just keep on doing my thing because I am who I am. And just as long as you don't, you know, uh, be a little bit outrageous or embarrassed by what I'm doing. I'm not gonna be over the top with it, but little shit. As long as you don't feel the way about it. She's like,
yeah,
no, I feel fine about it. I'm good with it. I'm just telling you that I just for some reason feel embarrassed. No
right,
problem. So I'm not gonna go ahead and push you with it.
right.
But I felt some sort of disconnect, especially like a little bit on this trip, especially the Mexico one, where it felt, and I'm this is my first time like, discussing this out loud because I've just kept this really to myself. That I felt a slight disconnect when it came to me and her, and we were in this resort, this huge resort, and we're walking around. We're talking to different people, or we try to talk to different people, and I felt a disconnect, and it was kind of different as opposed to me feeling everything that I've been getting with her at home here in Brooklyn, and I noticed it, and I may be being over the top with it.
Mhm.
I don't think I am personally because it's just how I feel, but I felt a
See, and
little.
I want I pause right there. You would have made a great conversation with last week's episode about that you didn't make. It was you see just how you defended yourself, just how you said I'm not being over the top, whatever. Like because you had to feel you had to say that disclaimer is exactly what last episode was about. It was about men
Yep.
feeling feelings and being told that they're dramatic just because they're feeling feelings. But carry on.
Right, yeah, that's my forte. Apparently it's a crime for me to overly explain myself,
Yes.
not overanalyze any situation, but just analyze the situation
Yeah.
and let you know how I feel about it. It's a crime.
Yeah.
I still get that to this day.
That was
And when I'm
that was
Yeah,
literally
that was last
last
week's
week's
yeah,
episode.
episode.
Literally last
yeah,
week's episode.
yeah, that was definitely. You know, it's funny. I saw the topic and I saw the IG stuff, and I was like, fuck, that would have been perfect for me
Yep.
because
Yeah.
I was going
But
through
you
with that. I
Yeah.
was going through with it
Yeah.
the moment you guys were recording and
Mhm.
and showcasing it, I was actually going through with this.
Yeah, maybe fix your
So
life and reprioritize. I don't know.
God, I
But I
couldn't
know we gotta,
fucking do.
but we gotta wrap this up because I'm still cooking and I gotta actually edit the stuff and so. But yeah,
So
I
my
was
advice to you
yes.
is, well, question first. Where how are you feeling? Like, where exactly are with your feelings with the situation?
I
Like, are you
checked
done with
out.
it?
I
All
checked
right.
out.
So if you've already checked out,
As
then
you
at this
should.
point, yeah, which you should, because you're justified completely.
Yeah, as you
At
should.
this point, there's really nothing to advise you with the
Right.
exception of like, hey, this doesn't. I don't feel like this is important enough for you to even continue. So I'm I'm done. So like, have a nice life.
Right.
Hoping you and your son, great things. Um, I'm out. I'm about to biz
Yeah.
out.
We wish you well. Yeah, no, seriously, he's right though.
Yeah.
There's nothing that he said that was wrong. He's right. We wish you well. Good luck with everything, but it's not going to work out. Sorry, it's just not going to work out. I don't think that's fair to you.
Yeah.
And this has
'Cause
been this
Wakanda
is
forever.
happening. This has been this has been happening way too frequent with you, dude. And you would be telling me the same shit if I was going through the same thing. You'd be
You're
saying the
absolutely
same
right.
fucking
You're
thing.
absolutely right. I'll be telling you to drop that chick. I would have told
And
you to
you have
drop that chick a
you
while
have
ago.
said that to me before.
Yep.
And I remember you've said that to me a couple of times, and we've had conversations about this.
Yeah.
This is not worth it. Come on, man. I'm too busy. I'm at work. So go fuck your work then. Like don't fuck
Damn.
me no more. Don't come in my bed.
Damn.
Like
Damn.
don't do that. It's a
Damn.
waste of time. It's
Yeah.
a waste of time.
How do you fuck a whole corporation, bro?
Well, I mean, I guess
But
that's
yeah,
But yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Like I said, man, it's if you've expressed yourself and she's just a giggly little 5-year-old about it, it's just time to move on. Like it's over and done with, because obviously, I and again, and as I'll explain to the audience, I know nothing about this girl. I've never met her. I've seen some
Me
pictures
neither.
of her.
Never met her before.
But I don't. Yeah,
Not for
never
lack of
met her.
trying. Not for lack of trying. I
Right.
tried to bring her to meet you, Joe, and that was another red flag. Remember, I told you she was
Twice.
yes, twice, exactly, twice, and she
Right,
just didn't
twice.
show either time. And I'm just like,
And she was supposed to be there at the
Columbia breakfast. And I
she
said,
wasn't there
listen,
either.
I said, listen, my best friend Joe is down. My best friend Joe is down with his fiance. I've told him about you. I want to go out. This entire weekend. We've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have time. Give me some time. The four of us hang out or come over. Didn't come for any of it.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel some kind of way until after the fact, when I realized, again, this is my best friend. He lives in New York. He's not down very often. Okay. We just happened to spend a lot of time with each other the last year and a half because of circumstance, but he's not down very often. And I can't, and I told her, I said, I haven't seen his fiance in years. The four of us need to get together, make it happen. It did not happen. I didn't force her. I didn't bug. She just, she said she couldn't come. She couldn't come. She's like, all right, cool, whatever.
My woman was asking about her too. My woman was saying, wasn't Jason's girl supposed to come to the Colombian breakfast or come out to eat or something? And I was like, babe, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
That's when I actually started paying attention, because
follow what he does.
Yeah, you guys were supposed to have the brunch thing.
Yeah.
Before
exactly.
we all got there,
exactly.
and nothing, and I was just like, yeah, that's something's wrong there. And then having heard this afterwards, for me, hey, I'm done. Like you saying you're checked out, it's time to be checked out. Like for me,
I have to be checked out. I mean, I can't put any more effort in this. I put enough. I put all the effort. I'm sorry, I just said put enough. I put all the effort. The entire relationship has been on my shoulders the entire time. I just didn't realize it till like I really sat down and broke down the last 6 months. I was just like, what am I doing?
Right. You woke up.
And again, she's not a terrible person. Well, she is inconsiderate and I guess, doesn't know how to be a girlfriend. She's not a good girlfriend. I think I just came to a conclusion. She's just not a good girlfriend, she can say, babe, can you take us to brunch or make brunch at home? And I go and get all the stuff, come back, and hour and a half making brunch. You come down, you eat, like I said, you go to sleep. So I cooked. I bought the ingredients. I cooked the ingredients. I washed all the freaking. I laid it all out. Okay. And you guys have seen my spreads. She's been there. She just wouldn't let me record her because she's like just waking up or whatever. She's been there for all those brunches that I've made, those spreads. I buy the ingredients, I cook the stuff, I lay it out, I share out the food, and then I clean it all up. And she literally comes down, has a plate, makes it on my lap, goes outside, has a cigarette, goes upstairs. By the time I'm done washing, she's knocked out. Yeah. Oh my God, I thought it was cute, but now I realize this is fucking ridiculous. All right, well, I guess that's a wrap. So, but I like to throw it out there to the audience and to you lovely ladies who are listening. Okay, because I know you're listening, and whether you're watching it or not, give me your opinion. I mean, I don't care what you say, whether you think I'm extra or whether you agree with me. I love your opinion. Give me the woman's perspective on this, okay? Because yes, you can say I'm telling only my side, but she doesn't have a side. I have to be honest with you. She doesn't have a side. She's MIA. So, and has been MIA for a little bit. So, yeah, I'd love to hear your perspective and let me know. Why the heck not? But it looks like another one bites the dust, and I'm back to exactly where I'm supposed to be on this podcast, perpetually single, and it's all my fault. All right, thank you for tuning into the Last of the Nice Guys podcast. I'm Jason.
I'm Manny.
I'm Joe.
And thank you for your time.
The Last of the Nice Guys. Follow, like, and subscribe on Twitter and Instagram at Last Nice Guys, Facebook.com/Last Nice Guys, or email lastoftheniceguys@yahoo.com.